Hi to my trans brothers, sisters, and others. This is Justy back again with another vlog. Now that we've been through all of the obstacles that kept me from transitioning until later in life in the previous video series, uh, this time around I would like to talk about something very different now that we've been through all of that depressing stuff. I want to talk about something I call the gift. Now, I think I can hear a couple of you maybe saying to me, Justy, what in the heck are you talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is the wonderful gift that you have been blessed with from birth if you have had the good fortune to have been born transgendered. It's certainly true that trying to fit into our society as a trans person is extremely trying, to say the least. This you know if you have seen my previous videos, and you also know this if you are trans. There's no question about it. But I have come to discover over the many years and the many trials of what I will call the discovery process, which is the process that I went over in my previous video series, that as transgender people, you are unique. You are rare, very rare. Uh, in the US, it may be 1%. And that's that unknown of. There are many, many who are not known of, not out of the closet yet, they're still in the discovery process, whatever it may be. But in Europe, the numbers are more like 3 to 5%. And also that is true in Canada and other places where services are available for transgender folks. So uh, being this unique and rare individual, you are very special and as a transgender person. I've discovered there are things that I have to offer as a trans person. I have to offer to others in our world that no one else can. That very few people who are not transgender can bring the perspective to a problem that a transgender person can bring, which can be very, very helpful to those facing a myriad of problems. We are, as trans folk, given a perspective on life and love and problem solving, which is unlikely to be seen from anyone other than us. And that's why we have value in this world. That's what our value is. As trans people, we're able to be of great benefit to others. And we have been given a gift because we're able to give that, and we're able to give that gift to others, to anyone who is looking for a whole range of insights that really only can come from someone with our background as transgendered individuals. I want you all to remember that. I want you all to, wherever situation you're in, whatever you're having to deal with, keep in mind that eventually there is another end, that there is a finishing point in terms of coming to terms with yourself, coming coming to a place of peace with yourself, where you know who you are, and you're able to give that gift to others. And I think just knowing that as transgender people, um, this is what we offer the world, uh, may help some of you getting through that process, uh, because you see yourself as valuable, because we are valuable people. Uh, and there are some that know this, and it has been known throughout history. Transgender people have been around forever, as long as people have been around. It's just one of those things that happens. And it happens because diversity in our world is a very important thing. Uh, Without diversity in our world, people would be extremely uninteresting and little educated. I don't think that society or humanity would have come anywhere near where we have come as individuals, as human beings, in our development as a society, if it weren't for the differences between us, if it weren't for the things that each person has to offer to others, uh, that somebody who isn't like them or isn't them cannot offer. Uh, so we are all important to one another, and it's only those that you know don't see that and don't see others as valuable, maybe because they don't see themselves as valuable, that are unable to benefit from uh, those who are different. And we have a unique difference that's pretty rare. The American Indians knew this. Uh, they regarded their transgender folks as people to be sought out for advice, and they were able to offer their community in the same way that we can today, by the way. They were able to offer their community insight and experience, wink, wink, that no one else could. And so just know that you are a special, special person if you have been blessed enough to have been born trans. It's difficult, I know. Believe me, I know. But uh, we are necessary in our world. We're necessary for ourselves, for each other, and for others, for anybody who is open to uh, hearing a different perspective on any given problem, really, and also a different attitude towards life and a joy in life. Uh, the joy that we have, that we can have, when we get to that place where we've accepted ourselves and we have worked through the shame and the guilt and all the stuff that society poured on us over the years, and we come to a place where we're ready to give, which I think is kind of what I needed to do in order to be able to start making videos at all. I had to get to at least a place where I was ready to give, which it takes a process to even get that far. There are a lot of folks, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos of transgender folk who just started out on their process, and they really were crying for help in making their videos in their early days. Some of them actually did make YouTube videos very early on in their transitions, and you can gain some wonderful insights from those videos. But you can also see that they were really struggling and really having problems at that time. And they really were such giving people that they were willing to give even though they weren't ready to give. Well, I waited until I was ready to give and could bring to folks my experience, but not just the negative, but also the positive and the, the joy that comes with knowing who you are, embracing who you are, and uh, uh, being comfortable with yourself, despite the fact that you know that you are very different from the majority, the vast majority of people in society, people in the world. But because we are unique and we are special, that gives us a tremendous joy. And that's what I wanted to say today is that in the end, there is joy. There's joy at the end of the road. You may not be there yet, but it will come. No matter who you are, no matter what your passing privilege is or isn't, or what your problems are or aren't, or what your finances are or aren't. It may take some time, but eventually you will get to a place where you're ready to give and you're ready to be joyful about yourself and the world you live in. You have a great day, everybody. God bless.